1099 Form Basics FAQs. What is a 1099 MISC form? 1099 MISC is a variation of Form 1099. It exists to notify the IRS of various types of income, such as rent, prizes, awards, medical and healthcare payments, other income payments, and crop insurance proceeds. What are the main things the 1099 MISC form includes? Form 1099 MISC must be completed and filed for each person paid by your company during the year, at least $10 of royalties or brokerage payments instead of dividends or tax-exempt interest. At least $600 in rent, prizes and awards, medical payments, revenue from crop insurance, cash paid out from a conditional master contract to an individual, partnership, or estate, attorney fees, cash expenses for fish or other aquatic life that you buy from anyone in the trade or business of catching fish, any fishing boat proceeds, other income payments. In addition, the business must use Form 1099 MISC to report to the IRS that it has sold at least $5,000 of consumer goods to a customer for resale at any location other than a fixed retail establishment. Can you get a 1099 MISC online? You may think that you can get and fill out an online form simply by visiting any of the websites where it is available. However, this is not entirely true. You should obtain only the official up-to-date MISC Form 1099 from official sources. To do this, you can use several sources. A 1099 form generator, go directly to the IRS website and buy a form there, or order 1099 MISC forms online from an office supply store. When do you need to send a 1099 MISC form to independent contractors? There is a rule that you must issue a Form 1099 MISC to any person you have paid at least $600 a year in royalties, prizes, awards, attorney's fees, and other income. You can try to find a complete checklist on the IRS website. There are also income exceptions that you do not need to report on Form 1099 MISC. Wages to employees, business travel allowances for employees, corporation payments, the cost of current protection from life insurance. You must report payments made by credit card and other types of payments with different forms, such as Form 1099-K. You must file Form 1099 MISC only when you or your company make payments as a result of a trade or business. Personal expenses are not reportable. It is considered that you are engaged in trade or business if your goal is to make a profit. However, the IRS also considers non-profit organizations involved in marketing or business for Form 1099 MISC reporting purposes. They are also subject to the requirements for this reporting. You must also send Form 1099 MISC to the recipient of the funds. You should provide each recipient with only one report with all types of payments. Such documents must be sent to recipients by January 31st and filed with the IRS by February 28th. This period is extended to March 31st if the reporting is submitted electronically. What are the exceptions to 1099 MISC form? You do not have to use and file a 1099 MISC in some cases, regardless of whether the recipient's income is taxable. These cases are called exemptions. Payments to a corporation, including a limited liability company that is a C or S corporation, payments for telegrams, telephone, merchandise, storage, freight, and similar items, payments to property manager/real estate agent. But the real estate agent uses Form 1099 MISC to report the rent received to the property owner. Military differential pay for employees on active duty in the U.S. Armed Forces, as this is the subject of a W-2 report. Employee business travel allowances, W-2, payment of current life insurance coverage, W-2 or 1099-R, payments to a tax-exempt organization, including trusts such as IRAs, HSAs, ARCH or MSAs, and others. Payments to or for homeowners from the HFA Hardest Hit Fund or another similar government program, compensation for wrongful imprisonment for any criminal offense for which a person has been convicted under federal or state law. When do you need to make a 1099 MISC form? You are obliged to file 1099 MISC if you paid someone at least $10 in royalties or at least $600 in awards, prizes, rents, attorney fees, or other income during the year. It is necessary to comply with the deadlines for completing and filing all tax returns, including the 1099 MISC. They differ slightly depending on the recipient of your report. Will it be the IRS or the recipient of the income you want to report? You must submit the 1099 MISC statement to the recipient by January 31st following the reporting year, and you should file the same report with the IRS by February 28th. But that deadline can be extended to March 31st if you use the electronic filing method. What are the most common mistakes in 1099 MISC form? It's easy enough to make mistakes while filling out a 1099 MISC. The most common ones are using the wrong form. You should check which form you should file with the IRS and send to the recipient: 1099 MISC, 1099 NEC, or W-2. You can find detailed instructions on the IRS website. An incorrect or forgotten payer ID. Such an error will result in the inability to identify the taxpayer, using an out-of-date sample 1099 MISC form. Make sure you are using a current form for the year of payment, not the year you provided it, using an unofficial sample. You can buy the form from the IRS website, an office supply store, or a 1099 form generator. Do I need a lawyer or an accountant to help make a 1099 MISC form? No statutory provision can obligate you to seek the assistance of an attorney or accountant while completing your tax returns, including 1099 MISC. However, you always have that right. If you find it challenging to understand the complexities of filling out and filing 1099, or if you feel that you may get the reports mixed up, it is better to involve the help of professionals. It will help you avoid significant penalties. Why do you need to use PayStubsNow 1099 MISC online generator? 1099 form generator PayStubsNow. Even if you don't keep enough knowledge in finance to do your tax returns, you can use modern technology to make the process much easier. We are talking about 1099 creators. It is a great online resource that allows you to create and complete a 1099 MISC in minutes. It will automatically do all the calculations correctly and provide a form that is ready to be sent. A 1099 miscellaneous generator saves a lot of time and frees it up for other organizational issues in your business. In addition, you reduce the stress level associated with completing and submitting a 1099 MISC. What is the difference between a 1099 MISC form and a W-2 form? The W-2 and 1099 MISC forms are very similar. However, the IRS treats freelancers or independent contractors separately from employees. A W-2 is required for employees. It means that you and your employer need to determine your status. If you meet the following criteria, you are an employee whose income is reported on Form W-2, you are required to appear at the office and remain there a certain number of hours, you have been in the office for more than 20 hours per week for 3 months. However, working remotely from home on some specific projects may be shown on the Form 1099 MISC. The W-2 employee receives more Social Security benefits, such as annual leave, sick pay, and the like. Social Security, Medicare, and unemployment taxes are withheld from the employee's wages. Do I make a 1099 MISC form if I get a cash income as a freelancer? The 1099 MISC form is the most crucial document for freelancers. Each client who pays you $600 or more in a calendar year must send you a 1099 MISC that shows your income. You should receive it by January 31. If you earned less than that amount during the year while working with one customer, you must keep records of that income because you are still self-employed. On the occasion of an IRS audit, you must be able to verify your income. To simplify this process, use a 1099 paystub generator.